Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And this movie came out in 2005, and it stars Robert Downey Jr., Val Kilmer, directed by Shane Black, and this was his first directorial feature film. I thought this movie was really enjoyable, pretty great, and I like Shane Black, and I normally like the movies that he's made, and he was a writer and also an actor before this, and then he just got into directing, and the stuff that I've seen that he wrote was just like Lethal Weapon stuff mostly, and I think the only movie I've seen where he's acted in is Predator. And this movie was just a really enjoyable experience for me. And this movie is very reminiscent to The Nice Guys, which he also directed, and in ways it kind of feels like a version of The Nice Guys in ways. You can definitely pinpoint some similarities, especially in tone and how comedy is used in the movie. And I really enjoy the tone of the movie. That's what keeps me going throughout the film. It's never too goofy to where it just feels like slapstick comedy and there's no plot to anything. Because there definitely is, but it never gets too serious to the point where it's no longer fun to watch. Like, this movie has the perfect balance with those two elements, and it just doesn't get dragged down by anything, really, when it comes to the tone. And I also like the characters. They're very fun, likable, and memorable characters, and I really love the editing in this movie. I think that it adds a lot to the film, especially with the comedic beats and the pacing of the film as well. Same thing with the narration. It fills you in on the gaps of what you would need to communicate this kind of information, and also leaves the film open to more humor. And I like how our main character is presented throughout the film. And for most of the movie, you would probably just assume that, oh, he's just an average, typical guy, not much going on, and he's just caught up in this ridiculous situation. But then you realize, oh, he's actually a thief, which doesn't really come into play much in the film. But it's always something you should probably keep in the back of your head is like, this is kind of a criminal that we're following, but you like him because of what they do with his character and how they treat the character, and there's things to like about him. Maybe. But at the very least, not a character you just want to see get killed off. And as far as comedy goes, I was laughing a decent amount, and I'm not sure if there's any jokes that particularly stand out to me as like really bad or egregious or just put the film to a grinding halt, because I was pretty entertained for a lot of this movie. The dialogue was also very well written and fun to watch. Also, the dialogue helped to make all these characters feel like real people. And as far as the action goes, it's pretty entertaining for me. It's not like crazy action scenes you would get in a superhero movie or anything like that. It's mostly just people shooting guns at each other, much like The Nice Guys, which I kind of like. And it makes sense, because that's all the movie needs. And the whole corpse scene was pretty funny. I really enjoyed that aspect about it. And this is a movie that will kind of ask you to pay attention to certain things. And sure, you could criticize the movie for not being super subtle with certain things, but because of how fast the movie goes, I do feel as though it's not the biggest issue in the world. But to get into some of my issues, the child acting I felt wasn't always great. Not that they're in the movie that much, but still could have been a little bit better in my opinion. And there was some blood in this movie that didn't look all that great. And also, there were moments where the way the movie was shot wasn't exactly great. That might just be the result of this being a first directorial debut. But I just felt as though there was room for improvement overall when it came to the visual presentation of this film, because there were some shots and editing choices that could have been done a bit better. Like, some shots were a little too close, and I felt like I could have used some more space. The music in this movie was alright. I wasn't upset while listening to it. It wasn't offensive to me. I was kind of curious after watching this movie, what else has Shane Black done as far as directing credits, and apparently he hasn't done that much. There's like 5 movies he's directed, and one of them was a TV movie called Edge, and He did Iron Man 3, he also did The Nice Guys, and he did The Predator, which was bad. But I usually like the stuff that he has a hand in for sure, and this movie also didn't do very well theatrically. $15 million budget and literally grossed that much. So, didn't exactly make money, which is kind of sad. I personally don't know how much this movie has grown over time as far as how many people have watched it and potentially liked it or disliked it. Has it gotten the attention it deserves by now? I'm not exactly sure. I haven't really been keeping up with that kind of stuff, but it was a movie that I have seen before and remembered liking quite a bit. And so I decided to rewatch it, and here I am now, and I thought it was great. Really enjoyed it. And of course, I completely forgot to talk about the performances. I really loved Robert Downey Jr. in this movie. I thought he was really great, and Val Kilmer, he also did a great job. Rest in peace. I would highly recommend that you check this movie out if you haven't already, especially if you like something like The Nice Guys, then you'll enjoy this movie, for sure. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Kiss Kiss Bang Bang an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Phoenician Scheme. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.